They just want to make sure that you're prepared before you hit the road or fly the friendly skies. Overall, AAA is projecting 43.8 million people expected to travel 50 miles or more for the holiday. They also expect about 5% more flyers this Memorial Day. We are told that the busiest time for Memorial Day travel at Hartsfield-Jackson Atlanta International Airport is going to start next Wednesday through May 29th. That's why airport officials, Atlanta Police, TSA, and other entities will be addressing things like safety and security during this press conference, set to begin really at any moment now, and we're keeping an eye on that. We're going to take it to you live when it does begin. We do know some major upgrades were made at the main security checkpoint. It was completed at the end of last year, which is definitely a plus in alleviating some traffic. We spoke with one woman leaving for Seattle today who often travels, and she's planning to travel again for Memorial Day. Here's what she had to say.
I think it's been pretty hassle-free going through the checkpoints. I know probably 2 years ago I went through the checkpoints and it took a really long time, and since then I haven't had too much of an issue here. So.
Yeah, thankfully she's saying that, she hasn't had too much of an issue. The airport MARTA station, just a heads up, has been temporarily closed for renovations since April, but the good news is it is expected to open on May 19th, which is right before the busiest Memorial Day travel season. So, we're waiting for this update from officials. Let me just give you a live look here so you see. That's what we're keeping our eyes on. Looks like they're doing what we call the white balance, where the cameras are just kind of making sure that they're set properly. The photographers are making sure that the cameras are set properly, I should say. And we're waiting for that press conference to begin really at any moment now. But in the meantime, let's get to some other stories that we're following, bearing in mind I'm going to take you back out there live as soon as that press conference begins. But I do want to get to this interview that we have been able to obtain with Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis. Of course, she's the woman who's prosecuting defendants ranging from rap superstar Young Thug Jeffrey Williams to the former president Donald Trump. And she's showing a side of herself rarely seen. Atlanta News First reporter Rebecca Schramm tells us Willis was actually in tears as she thanked people who keep her safe.
Fani Willis usually displays a tough persona when she's out in public. That's part of being a top prosecutor of a major county. Well, last night, she showed a vulnerable side when she was talking about threats to her safety. Take a look. This was at an event last night where the men and women of the City of South Fulton Police Department were honored. She's lived in that community for 18 years, long before it was incorporated as a city. She says police have answered the call on countless threats at her home. Willis said the most recent was in December. Someone pulled a hoax while she was away, which led her to panic, thinking that her 26-year-old daughter might be dead inside the home. Of course, that wasn't the case, and she thanked the officers for always looking out for her.
The last couple of years have been really hard for me, but what has kept me safe is this police department. And so that's why it's an honor to stand among my heroes. This police department will keep me safe. And so many of y'all did. So many of y'all walked around my house. So many of y'all showed up. That dog showed up daily to just make sure that me and my family were okay. And I can be Madam DA, but at the end of the day, I'm just a single mom trying to raise my children, and it's because of you I'm safe.
All of this is happening as an appeals court soon will consider whether the trial judge erred by allowing her to remain on the Trump case, despite her admitted relationship with the man she chose as special prosecutor in that case. We'll, of course, keep you up to date on what happens there. At the Fulton County Courthouse, Rebecca Schramm, Atlanta News First.
And thanks so much to Rebecca for that report. You can see the streets are wet right behind Rebecca's where she's standing in that live shot. I want to bring in now First Alert meteorologist Courtney Jacobazzi, because we do have a First Alert weather day with this rain.
That's right, yeah, and storms on the way a little bit later today, and we will, of course, also, as Joy's been mentioning, keep an eye on the press conference going on at Hartsfield-Jackson, which they look like they are about to start. So you can find your forecast on the First Alert weather app.
All right, let's get over to it.
Let me know when everybody's ready. We ready? All right, good morning. Just want to welcome everyone to our annual Memorial Day press event and holiday travel press event. My name is Herschel Grandgent Jr. I'm with the Office of Communications, and media affairs here at the airport. So it goes without saying that the world's busiest airport is a little challenging to navigate during peak times. And so that's why we do events like this, so that we can give the public some insight into what our preparations are, and also give them some tips on navigating travel during peak times. So we have some dynamic subject matter experts who are going to give you some information here this morning. So without further ado, we're going to start with Ms. Candace Brown, who is the Assistant General Manager for Public Safety and Security here at ATL. Ms. Candace Brown, thank you.
Thank you, Herschel. Good morning, everyone. On behalf of the 61st Mayor of Atlanta, the Honorable Andre Dickens, the Atlanta General Manager Balram Bahadori, and the entire airport team, thank you for joining us for this press conference to kick off what is surely going to be a busy summer travel season. While it's hard to believe that the summer is right around the corner, rest assured that Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport and our 63,000 airport team members stand ready to serve you, our traveling public. We really especially appreciate our partnership with the TSA and CBP, as together we assist hundreds of thousands of passengers through our security screening areas. The busy Memorial Day travel weekend begins in earnest next week. A projected 2.5 million passengers are expected to travel through our ATL over Memorial Day weekend from Wednesday, May 22nd through Wednesday, May 29th. The busiest day will be Friday, May 24th, with 351,194 passengers. Thursday, May 23rd, and Monday, May 27th will also be heavy travel days as everyone is traveling and returning home or out of the airport. We are anticipating more than 330 passengers on each of those travel days. Thanks to the collaborative work between Hartsfield-Jackson and our many stakeholders, including our federal and airline partners, we can facilitate large numbers of travelers. It truly takes a team of one to ensure that your travel is safe and efficient. All of our parking lots are open, and we anticipate minimal construction impacts during this time from ATL Next, our multi-billion-dollar transformative renovation and expansion program. On a normal day, getting through security at Hartsfield-Jackson Atlanta International Airport averages at least 20 to 30 minutes, especially if you're traveling at midday. However, during peak holiday travel times, long lines at the main domestic security checkpoint are very possible. Therefore, we strongly recommend that travelers arrive at the airport at least 2 to 2.5 hours prior to their domestic travel and 3 hours prior to their international flights. We also advise passengers to regularly check our website, atl.com, for updates on parking, TSA security wait times, and our concession offerings. ATL has an incredible array of dining and shopping options for you while you wait for your flights. If you're not traveling but planning to pick up a family or friends at ATL, please take advantage of our cell phone lot or our on-parking facilities, which are free for the first 30 minutes. Wait there until they are ready at the terminal for pickup, or avoid arrival curbside and have them come to you. Just park at ATL West Deck and direct your party to take the SkyTrain. While you're here, be vigilant. 911 calls made at the airport go to our Airport Communications Center, which allows us to respond quickly to any incidents at the airport. Please know that here at ATL, we are doing our best to be prepared for the upcoming holiday. For ATL travelers, planning and patience go a long way. Thank you. Now I'd like to invite the Atlanta Police Department Airport Precinct Commander, Major Kelly Coyer, to come share a few words with us. Thank you.
Good morning. Thank you, Candace. Welcome to Hartsfield-Jackson, ATL. Welcome to T-Concourse. I first want to start off by thanking all of our security and public safety officials for the awesome job they do here keeping us safe at ATL. So good morning. As we approach the Memorial Day and summer months, which is significant and a busy travel period, I want to emphasize the importance of travel safety and security, especially in the world's busiest airport. Safety, let's talk about safety. As we navigate the airport's hustle and bustle, we must remain vigilant. Always keep an eye out on your belongings and report any unattended suspicious items to airport security. Remember, your safety is our top priority. But we all, as responsible travelers, have a crucial role to play in ensuring a secure environment. Security. In our current global climate, airport security is more important than ever. Please cooperate with our security personnel. They are here to protect you. Be prepared to remove your shoes, belts, and electronics from your backpack. Remember, these measures are in place, for everyone's safety and designed to ensure your journey is as safe and secure as possible. Time-saving tips. Check in online or print or download your boarding pass before you arrive. This will save you time at the airport. Also, familiarize yourself with the airport layout to navigate more efficiently. Most importantly, arrive early. During busy periods like Memorial Day, we strongly recommend arriving at least 2 to 3 hours prior to your flight. This will give you ample time to go through security and board your flight without stress. And so this last point I want to emphasize is of the utmost importance, a matter that concerns our safety, our security, and our responsibility as citizens. The issue at hand is the act of bringing firearms to the airport without declaring them with an airline. Airports are places of transit where people from all walks of life come together. When someone brings a firearm to TSA screening checkpoint, they not only break the law, they also put the safety and peace of mind of fellow passengers at risk. It is crucial to understand that the act of carrying a firearm, concealed or otherwise, without declaring it to the airline, is not just a breach of trust, but a federal offense. It can lead to severe penalties, including fines, imprisonment, and being banned from flying. However, we recognize that there are legitimate reasons for traveling with a firearm. There's a proper procedure for those who need to do so, and that information can be found on tsa.gov. We want to ensure that all travelers are aware of these regulations to avoid any unintended violations. And this is something new that we've implemented. If you bring a firearm to the checkpoint with a round in the chamber and that firearm is unholstered, you will be arrested. I'll repeat that again. If you bring a firearm to the checkpoint with a round in the chamber and that firearm is unholstered, you will be arrested and taken to the Clayton County Jail. This is an extremely dangerous act that puts everyone at risk. In conclusion, as we commemorate Memorial Day and move into the summer, let's not forget the importance of safety, security, and efficiency. Let's work together to ensure a smooth and enjoyable travel experience. Thank you for your attention and cooperation. Safe travels to all. And next, you will hear from our Federal Security Director, Robert Smith. Thank you.
Thank you, Major. Good morning. So far in 2024, TSA officers in Atlanta have screened 10.3 million passengers. That is up 1.1 million passengers, or 11.6% from January 1st through May 12th, year over year. And for perspective, 2023 was our busiest year ever. This last Friday, May 10th, we experienced our second busiest day of all time, screening just over 104,000 people, which was 50 people shy of the all-time record, which occurred February 4th, 2019, after the Super Bowl was held here in Atlanta. 3 out of the top 10 busiest days ever for TSA in Atlanta have been in 2024. For this Memorial Day holiday period, we are anticipating to screen approximately 450,000 travelers from Thursday, May 23rd through Monday, May 27th. We expect the overall busiest day to be Friday, May 24th, when we anticipate to screen over 100,000 travelers. We have partnered with our airport and airline stakeholders on an operational plan to accommodate the heavy passenger volume that we are expecting. We will have extra officers on duty to open additional screening lanes, and security checkpoints will be opening as early as 3 a.m. on the busiest days. We will do our best to screen standard passengers in under 30 minutes and passengers enrolled in TSA PreCheck in under 10 minutes. There might be occasions where wait times may be longer, so we encourage passengers to arrive early, pack your patience, and reach out to us on social media or text us before arriving to the airport if you have any questions about our security procedures. Our phone number is very simple, @AskTSA. Travelers can help speed up the lines by double-checking those carry-on bags for items that might be prohibited. The number one item we find in carry-on bags is prohibited oversized liquids. Unfortunately, we also find a lot of firearms in carry-on bags. So far this year, we have detected 148 firearms in carry-on luggage, which is up from 133 last year during the same time period. Passengers who are caught with firearms in carry-on luggage, which can be found at www.tsa.gov. If you're a gun owner and you're planning to travel, set a reminder right now on your cell phone for the day of your flight to safely store your firearm somewhere other than your carry-on bag. We are now less than 1 year out from the Real ID deadline. If you're planning to travel after May 7th, 2025, you will need a Real ID compliant license or another form of acceptable ID. The list.
It's an exciting time. Families are going to have an opportunity to get together with your friends, enjoy the beach or other destinations. In fact, in the recent AAA forecast, we're expecting about a 4% increase over last year. And probably the thing that's most exciting is that we are now going to surpass pre-pandemic numbers. There's going to be a lot of people in the airport and a lot of people on the roads. Road travel still continues to be very popular for families to get together to head to their destination. So you can expect the roads to be busy. But as already discussed here, you can expect that the airport is going to be busy as well. So there's a couple of points that we want to make sure that you're aware of, to keep in mind, so that your travel can go smoothly. And we call it the 3 Ps. One is to plan. Whether it's road travel, you want to make sure that you plan accordingly, have your trip routed out so that you can get to your destination safely. But if you're heading to the airport, plan. Where are you going to park? How are you going to get there? Are you going to drive there or is someone going to drop you off? So you want to make sure that you plan. And then prepare. If you're going to travel in your vehicle, make sure your vehicle is prepared. Make sure you have the proper maintenance. But if you're going to head to the airport, make sure that you prepare. Do you have all your documents? Do you have the medication that you need? Make sure that you have everything, your ID, so as not to cause any unnecessary delays. And the last reminder that we want to give is to be patient. If you're going to be going to your favorite destination in your vehicle, there's going to be a lot of people, again, that you're going to be sharing the road with. So you want to make sure that you're patient, slow down, focus on the task of driving. If you're coming to the airport, there's going to be lines. You're going to have to be patient. Make sure that you get here in enough time, extra early, so that you can get to your flight in a timely manner. So here we are. Next week, this time, the roads are going to be busy. The airports are going to be busy. If you keep those 3 things in mind and focus on having a good time, you will enjoy your summer travel period, which is going to start next week with Memorial Day travel. Thank you.
Great. Thank you, Mr. Townsend, and thank you to all of our speakers for some very useful information. So now if we have any media members who would like to do any one-on-one interviews, we're going to move over to my left, your right, over here by the window, so that our operations and audiovisual teams can break everything down efficiently. So anyone want to do one-on-ones, we're going to relocate right up here by the window, okay? Thank you very much for attending today's program.
All right, so officials at Hartsfield-Jackson Atlanta International Airport just wrapping up that press conference there, reminding everyone, essentially, and not to use a cliche, pack your patience. You want to arrive at the airport 2 to 3 hours ahead of your scheduled flight, is what they're reminding travelers, and also a very, very big emphasis on firearms. They've made it very clear if you arrive at the airport and you essentially have a loaded firearm in a holster, you will be arrested on the spot. They went through some of the restrictions concerning traveling with firearms, but just know that that is something that they're taking very, very seriously. And again, they've explained some of the upgrades, some of the kind of streamlining they've done in terms of the security process, the security checkpoints, but they're still saying you want to arrive at least 2 to 3 hours before your scheduled flight time. We have a full article on this on AtlantaNewsFirst.com. And now I'd like to return you back to Local News Live. Thanks for being with us.